comments and I heard pump song. We might have to put on the pump song. All right, what is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and degenerate crypto enthusiasts? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Freaky Friday. Welcome to Dano Crypto. Welcome to today's live stream, the first live stream of today. And man, Dogecoin is going, altcoins are going, Ethereum's going, Bitcoin's going. We wanted to show you guys a post that we actually posted just yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday that we had this post telling you guys, look, the MACD was showing a bullish setup. And so with that bullish setup, we were looking like, look, we're probably going to end up going to the upside a little bit just on previous data of showing how we had a MACD setup on the 4-hour. So I posted that in the chat. So guys, click that. But let's, so since people are asking for the pump song, let's go. Let's get the pump song on. Let's pump it. Let's go. In the meantime, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ding the bell to be notified when I go live, and let's pull up the Bitcoin chart and let's get pumping. Let's go. We're about to pump. We're pumping. We're pumping. P-A-W-M-P pumping, not P-U-M-P. But it's about to pump. All right, so this is the moment where you're like, okay, I'm getting too happy. Maybe I should take some profits. This is when these moments happen, guys. You start celebrating. You start putting on happy music, start pumping it. This is when you get wrecked. All right, guys, welcome to the channel. Okay, so Jay Flores was asking, what do you mean by the Doge Trojan horse idea? Okay, so I had this idea. I said, there's so many breadcrumbs that lead us to Doge that Elon has been leaving on the table, around the house that is our internet culture called Twitter and and now X. We think that with all of the different things that has been breadcrumbed into existence, we want to look at the Doge trends here. And every time we've had these breadcrumbs led to Doge, we've had these spikes in interest. And this is web search across worldwide. And then we have YouTube search spiking when we have these breadcrumbs being led or being dropped by Elon Musk. And so you would say, dude, you're so naive. You're crazy. You're crazy to think that, Elon really is going to actually give true support to Dogecoin. But you guys, you're underestimating the potential of what Dogecoin can do. Now, I'll show you an image real quick. First, I'll show you this one. I love that in the same feed, I had Iggy Azalea shilling Solana to $1,000, and then Solana and the same, and right above it saying Internet Capital Markets. I was like, I need to buy some Solana right now. So, yeah, Emmanuel said, Happy New Year. Let's make generational wealth this year. Yes, this is the time. This is actually the bull year because 2024 was actually the recovery. It was the recovery year. And this is where we were building the incentive. If we were going to have good bullish sentiment for the market for crypto regulation, were we going to have a pro-crypto administration? Like all of these things were kind of on the table, in the beginning, towards, the election. We weren't exactly sure who was going to win. I mean, we had a pretty, good indication that Trump was going to win the presidency with all of the things that were stacked against him, but even though with that, and with the mainstream media, the MSM just going all in on trying to basically destroy the Trump campaign at every angle, with even going as far as not don't want to blame the mainstream media, but just say certain entities wanting to take him out. And so even with that made his presence and his campaign stronger. It actually just made it stronger. So then now we know we have a pro-crypto administration. We got Trump proposing that we will, on day one, are going to be releasing Ross Ulrich, who was the Silk Road creator, developer, who primarily had a transactional history with Bitcoin being used on that platform. He got 2 life sentences, and it will be set to be released, hopefully, whenever Trump takes office. But then also, the strategic Bitcoin reserve being set up by the United States, where we are going to be purchasing Bitcoin through the Federal Reserve gold certificate notes, not by actually using our money or cash or some random or some new money that we have. No, we're going to actually be using gold certificates that we will then convert and actually sell, and then be able to then hold Bitcoin. So this is going to send the price of Bitcoin astronomically high. I don't think you guys realize in the next 4 years how high Bitcoin is actually going to be because of this fact. Now, a good chart that we like to look at is we look at the Binance chart that we created on the daily. If you guys have been watching this channel long enough, you've created this chart with me, and you can see that, look, it's exactly playing out the volatility exactly as almost drawn on the chart that we did this. We've done this multiple times. We've done this drawing multiple times, and every time it plays out, because we're just drawing the previous volatility and momentum from last year, or from the previous halving year, which was 2020. You can see it right here. So all we did was just draw this volatility and put it right here, and it's playing out exactly like the previous cycles that are the halving years. So from here, you can see that from April 2024, which was the halving, we are going to go another, this is like my prediction, is that in April of this year, this is where we're going to actually see some of the peak prices for Bitcoin leading up into over $200,000 to $350,000 per Bitcoin. And I think this is a pretty conservative number, to be honest, because if you're actually following the stock to flow model, and the stock to flow model represents right here in this parabolic curve, that if you go on the weekly, you can actually see where Bitcoin has topped out on this curve on every single halving year. 2012, you got 16, 17, 2020. And you can see how every time it goes up into this parabolic zone, this banana zone, consolidation bear market, and then has a point where it breaks out and then hits all-time highs. And so this is where we're at right now. So if we hit the curve, I think we got stopped out from this curve. If we go here, we were bound to hit right here. We were bound to hit at this level, and this is where I think we're going to make up for it in this cycle and actually touch the top of the curve, which would be at $500,000 per Bitcoin. So smash up the like if you think that this analysis is a good analysis, and also if you think that we are going to be also headed to that price point in April this year. This is what we're calling for. We're thinking April because look, from April here, the halving was in the end of April. It was like the 22nd or something. It was like the 20-something in April last year. And so give it a year. You have to give it a year. So we haven't even went past a full year after the halving. We've had the previous peaks of the market be at those spots. And so you guys just have to have patience. Just have some patience and we'll be okay. You just have to have patience. Don't focus too much on the short-term price actions, because that is what is going to shake you out and will make you sell too early, and you'll miss the opportunities of getting gains on the altcoins and Bitcoin up here, because this is where the true profit taking, I think, is going to be had, is in March, April, May, into this year. Perfect time to start taking off some risk on your portfolio, going into some stables, maybe starting to earn some yield. That is the smart thing. That's like the The smart, easy thing you could do is just like, look, in a couple months, the market probably will be ticking up pretty substantially. Take some profits, put it into some stables, maybe even get more sats if you're taking profits in altcoins. Then it's just a means to maybe get more sats, more stables. And I'm curious, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? And please hit the like button, because the only way this stream is going to get 1,000 people in here at one point is that you guys get the likes up past 20 likes for one stream. We got to get the likes up. Share this stream. Be evangelistic. There's only so much that I can do before I get annoying and I have to like say it all the time, but I don't want to have to say it all the time. Just hit the like button. It should just be auto. When you come in here, hit the like button. And then share this on X. That's the best thing you guys can do. There's 10 of you in here right now on YouTube. There's 32 people watching total. Everyone on X right now, repost this. Get them to hit the like button. Everyone that's on X, come over and hit the like button on the YouTube. Even if you're not watching on the YouTube, then you can come back, watch it on X. Do whatever floats your boat. But yeah, so Carnus Champion says he's trading and holding most of hodling most of it. And yeah, of course, I liked. Yes, that's what we like to hear. Okay, so we just wanted to break down the Bitcoin analysis here first. We'll go through some of the tweets. We'll go through some of the altcoins. Mainly, we're going to focus on Dogecoin, Pepe, and Bitcoin for this live stream, because this is what I think is probably going to make us the most money in terms of trading, because they're the strongest, most solid charts. They're the highest traded volume tokens, and it's just, they're less likely to really do massive dumps when Bitcoin consolidates, as opposed to the other things like the new meme coins that you can gamble on, or maybe the less established ones. That's just my personal opinion. We see when there's blood in the streets, those coins tend to get hit the hardest. Okay, so Jay Flores is dying to know what I mean by the Trojan horse Doge explanation. Okay, sorry. So let's pull up Doge. Let's pull up the chart first. So we have a 30-cent Doge. We're actually moving right up into that target that we were talking about. We have been talking about this pattern for a little bit, and it's actually now playing out perfectly. Let's look real quick. Where is that? There, okay. So check this out. From this point, this was just last month. So now December 10th, we established this support here, but also established it as a resistance. So now that we had seen this 34 cents, we actually then did a support resistance flip where we established this now as a fresh support from this point, which I think will bring us to the 40 cents, which is kind of where we're trying to head. We almost hit it. We were at 38 cents. This is exactly what has played out. But besides the price, so this is just analyzing the price, where we're headed. If you're looking at the weekly, it's just we're heading towards. We're getting so close, guys, to establishing new support levels here at these high prices, because the price ticked up so fast from April to May that it didn't have any chance to establish some consolidation, or just like it was just a mega god candle to the upside. So now that we have some established, like instead of god green candles, we have some, uptick, some consolidation, then some bullish green candles off a bounce off of this established support. This is great. So now we got the price out of the way. But what I want to explain about the situation with Doge is this. Okay? I had thought about it. I was like, in my head, I was like, wait, Dogecoin is kind of like the Trojan horse going into the walls of Jericho, where the army is stacked in the Trojan horse to ambush through the walls of Jericho. If I'm getting the story correct, basically what I feel like is that Elon fighting for free speech and liberty and being able to have a free America, what America was founded on, Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, being able to have a clean government, a government that doesn't have so much overreach and like just being absolutely negligent with our money, with the taxes, how the IRS is what they've done, the federal government and how much money they spend and waste. So I think that the Department of Government Efficiency, with the help of Trump and actually having this go into effect when we have Trump's inauguration and we have the 4 years of this presidency, and Doge, by the way, Doge as a Department of Government Efficiency has a expiration date. They're not going to run it for 4 years. They actually are only going to run it to 2026. So the expiration date for this is actually up until a point, and then they're going to stop because then they're not going to keep spending resources to have Doge be operating if it's successful at what it did. So then once it's successful, then it's like, boom. It's like it's a time expired form of a form of combing through our government so then we can get our money back. It's essentially is that. So then I think what's inside of that Trojan horse of the Department of Government Efficiency, because of the acronym of Doge and what Elon has said about Dogecoin over the past 4 years, is that Dogecoin is inside that Trojan horse of the Department of Government Efficiency, busting through that government door of the bureaucracy, the craziness that has happened over the past not even just the past 4 years. It's been like the past 16 years of democratic rule that we've just had our money taken away from us. Just right from under our noses, we've had our money taken away from us. We've had everything go up in price. And it's funny because I thought about it as I was making the Doge content this morning. I was like, wait, Dogecoin is like a total Trojan horse. And then when I typed in a meme of Dogecoin Trojan horse, this popped up. And I was like, okay, I'm not the only one that's thinking about this and has the same type of mind, like, you know, the way of thinking of how Dogecoin as a coin itself, with the power of Elon Musk, the power of Doge X payments, it's huge. It's huge, guys. So this is why I hold Doge. This is why I'm in a Doge trade. I want to hold this Doge trade for as long as I can, but it's hard to not want to take profits when you literally see money on the table. I mean, right now we have $1,000 in profit that we can take, but if we wanted to just be a solid trader and consistently make money every day, then we would say, okay, well, there's money on the table right now. We could take half the trade and we still have a good size position in Doge, and we can always re-enter if the market decided it wanted to consolidate back down on this green candle, going down here, back testing that 36 cents. So that would be the smart Daniel trader. The dumb Daniel trader would be celebrating and saying, "Oh, look at the gains, bro," and then taking a screenshot or just showing you guys and then not actually executing the profits. Because truly, my entry price was at 32 cents. The index now being at 37, it is possible because of the momentum that we just went off of. Could be a little stopping point. Nice resistance at this level. If you're looking at the daily chart, we just established some pretty decent resistance right here. Actually, on the 4 hours where you're going to see it. The 4 hours where you're going to see that here. This is the level. You're wondering, like, okay, why did we stop here? This is why. Right here. That was previous resistance that brought us down into the 30 cent levels, low 30 cents. Really nice established support bounce level at 26 cents. Established a higher low whenever we went down again at 31 cents. So it's not looking too bad. But I'm curious, guys, what do you think? Don't leave money on the table. Don't leave money on the table. All right, we'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. All right, so yeah, so that's basically the idea of the Trojan horse of Dogecoin. If you're wondering, guys, go check out the video that I released. It's right here. Let's check it out. It is on Dogecoin. Make sure you guys go in and leave a comment on this video. That would help out the algorithm. Do that on every video. Like, guys, if you haven't done this yet, literally go on every single video that I have and hit the like button and leave a comment. That would help for YouTube to be like, okay, let's get his videos out there. Let's push it a little bit more. Because really, all I need is for YouTube to just keep putting my videos out in front of people. That's it. That's all I have to happen. I'm not going to go down that mental pathway that, oh, I'm not good enough, or oh, my content's not good. No, my content's good. Like, I'm not going to sit here and like try and word myself into thinking that my stuff isn't good enough to be shown. That is not the case. It's just algorithms sometimes either work for you or they don't. So, but in order for them to work, you guys have to interact with the videos. You can't come in and just grift all the time. You gotta like, you gotta interact, you have to leave a comment. It just helps the whole process along. So with that being said, see, look, instead, like, I get all these bot comments. These are all comments from bots. These are all bots talking about this thing that it's not even a real coin. So I need real comments in here, guys, please. Don't make me beg. Don't make me beg. All right, so check it out. Let's go through the list of things. I wanted to mention something. In 2013, 14, I believe, I remember watching this guy, Andreas Antonopoulos, on Joe Rogan talking about Bitcoin. Wow. If I would have actually paid attention. I remember the day I was in my mom's house. On the computer. I think I was making music at the time. I was mixing. I was on Logic. I was on Logic, not Logic Pro. It was like Logic, I think 9 or something like that. But yeah, I was mixing, making some music, listening to podcasts, and then this guy comes, he starts talking about Bitcoin, and I'm like, oh, Satoshi? Interesting. That's some kind of internet money? Okay, yeah. I start thinking about those times. Like, that's when you want to get into a time machine, go back in and pop in and just be like, just like knock yourself off the gaming chair, drop kick yourself, start shaking yourself and be like, what are you doing? Stop wasting your time. Because that was the moment. That was Joe Rogan giving us the signal to, hey, guys, you want to be rich like I am? Do you want to have unlimited time to create something like I'm creating now? Listen to Andreas Antonopoulos right now. But we weren't smart enough. We were too busy playing Counter-Strike and World of Warcraft and whatever it may be. Diablo. Craziness. Absolute craziness. Hit the like button if that was you too. But check this out. Andreas Antonopoulos explaining Bitcoin in 2013 at a Bitcoin conference in San Jose to an empty room. Still has conviction to this day.
If you want to really understand how neutrality will affect Bitcoin in the future, we need to look at what has happened with the internet and TCP/IP in terms of neutrality. On the internet, anyone can publish with the same voice that Time Warner and CBS and ABC and CNN have. So neutrality is about being able to balance things so that it doesn't matter who the sender is or the recipient is, how big the transaction is, what type of transaction it is, whether it's buying gold, camels, or drugs. Neutrality means that the network will process your transaction and will charge you based on how big that transaction is in the blockchain.
So awesome. Still continuing the Bitcoin education today. And I love that content creators, like myself, are continuing the Bitcoin education, continuing the cryptocurrency education, and getting people interested in this thing. This is the whole point of what I'm doing, to then eventually build my own companies, my own brand, and have a place and a source for people to trust, to feel welcome, to not feel stupid, and to basically feel empowered by learning about this, and not feel discouraged, to go into something like this. Because, man, if we would have really paid attention back then, if we would have really locked in and took this thing more seriously, it would have been the difference of years and years of work. Years where you could have retired early and then started that business or that dream idea that you wanted to work on through the means of breaking out of the financial matrix, which is learning about Bitcoin. Now, I think Joe, Elon, Trump, all these people, you got to think about these people as the Renaissance leaders of our age right now. The people that are trying to actually tip off the people, the people who run the actual countries, the people that work, the people that go to work every day, the people that do the services, the electricians, the plumbers, the firemen, the police officers, the teachers, the doctors, the nurses, all those people that go to work every day, serving the American people, serving the people that wherever country you live in. How do you protect those people to be able to have, for them to live and prosper, and have abundance and be able to take care of their family? Well, you don't let a freaking system control them. You don't let what has been happening for too long happen for too long. So you have to give the people something. You have to give them something. We have to have something. And I feel like we found it. I feel like we finally found it. But let's keep going down just a couple different things, and then we're gonna end the live stream. My daughter's in the background. She's about to melt into the floor. She's about to melt into the floor, so we have to speed it up. All right, so this is a clip of Joe Rogan talking about Bitcoin.
To me, the real fascinating crypto is Bitcoin. To me, that's the one that I think has the most likely possibility of becoming a universal viable currency. And it's limited in the amount that there can be. It's, people mine it with their own computer. It's like, that to me is very fascinating. Yeah. And I love the fact that it's been implemented, and that at least I've had Andreas Antonopoulos on the podcast, and when he talks about it, he's living it. He's spending all of his money. Everything he gets paid is in Bitcoin. He pays his rent in Bitcoin. Everything he does is in Bitcoin.
So I'm about almost at that point where I'm going to start doing this, where I'm going to be fully using crypto services to pay my bills, using stables, using, like crypto.com, or using the crypto.com card a lot more. I have my MetaMask card that's going to be coming in pretty soon. I'm stoked to use that. There's all kinds of ways that you can basically fully integrate into the crypto system and use less of the banking system and the fiat currency, and just be completely in crypto. Jack Mallers does that. He kind of uses uses credit to basically never actually hold cash, and then uses the Bitcoin and the credit to then just keep being completely out of the system in a way. So it's really interesting. There's a lot of ways that you can exit out of this financial matrix and start to use what is the future of money. You just have to do it. All right, so let's go down some other stuff right here. We got Dogecoin repeats the patterns. It's just what it does. So no reason not to believe it that Doge will go to the inevitable $1 to $2 to maybe even $6 to $9 if it follows what is basically a 7-year Doge cycle. So if you go from 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then you go 6 years, a 6-year, 7-year cycle for Doge, going into the next cycle, then we'd be hitting up into the $2 range or the $4.20 range, which I think is probably the memed prophecy price of Doge, is for it to go to $4.20, which would be absolutely amazing. But in the meantime, we'll just have to still be bullish on these prices of it getting close to $1. And we're just going to be trading Doge all the way up to that point, guys. I mean, you got to think about it. We will be able to trade Doge all the way up into those prices. And Darren W said, I have 7K Doge. Will I be good? I mean, yeah. I mean, hey, one Doge is one Doge. That's all. One Doge is one Doge, baby. So if you got one Doge and it goes to $1, well, if you got a nice little stack of Doge, you got 20,000 Doge. Well, you got $20,000 now, and that's kind of how you have to think about it. So you start collecting Dogecoin for your own reserve currency, for your own hedge, along with Bitcoin. Well, you might be able to do a lot with it. You might be able to do a lot more in the future than you think. That's why I don't want to consider these things as just a means to make money, because yes, they are going to be a means to basically take profits and make sure you're getting more value out of your dollar, because it will inflate. If you don't put it in something and you hold it in the bank, guess what? All that money that you just made is going to be devalued by 30 to 40%. And you're not going to be able to purchase as much goods and services and also pay your bills and things that you want to do with that said money. You got $20,000, you hold it in nothing, it's going to be worth like half that amount later. So what do? You do what the big money does. You do what the big institutions do. They invest it and they double it, triple it, and they make sure they are going to hedge against the inevitable debasement of the currency. It's just going to happen. It's going to happen on a slow basis, but this is why Bitcoin is going up. This is why Bitcoin is going up against debased fiat currencies around the world. And this is why it's going to be possibly the replacement reserve currency for the value of every single fiat currency connected in the entire world. And whoever owns the most Bitcoin, guess what fiat currency is going to be the strongest? That currency. So whatever country holds the most Bitcoin will have then the strongest currency in terms of what that's valued in, which is going to be the US dollar. So it's going to be crazy, guys. It's going to be insane. Lots of stuff to be bullish on. Bitcoin DeFi, a wrapped Bitcoin being on Solana. Solana being a network that is going to have a lot of Bitcoin support through the means of Zeus. That's super bullish. Keep your eyes on that. We got Scaramucci sharing that his number one altcoin is Solana. Number one altcoin being Solana.
Working. Solana's fast and Solana's cheap. So that's my number one, Solana.
Solana's so pumping right now. Q1 is going to be super bullish because in December here in 2024, we were actually expecting it to be bullish and be at a green December, but it actually wasn't. So I think we're actually going to have more of the momentum being picked up in January for this year. Like we said, we're looking at Doge. For PHEMEX, we're going to be putting in multiple inverse perpetual trades here. Bitcoin, ETH, SOL, and XRP. We're going to be putting in these trades because right now, still great prices to be putting in these trades right now at low leverage to then be able to print some altcoins for this year. We're really stoked on that. We're going to be doing that. And yeah, guys, we're excited for what is to come. And I suggest you guys actually, we're going to do this. Here's the video literally 10 years ago, the one that we saw and did not pay attention to it like we should have. And we should watch it again. Just to prove that we are indeed still early. Even though this was 10 years ago, we're still early and we have so much more room to grow. There's always a chart to trade, guys. You're not too late. Your time is now. Take the journey, take the step, Start thinking about your money. It's the only way you're going to be able to actually survive with your family, the people that you love. You have to get your money up. You have to have income. You have to have liquidity. You cannot rely on the system. The system is broken. You have to build your own system. Luckily, there's already one that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There is a system that exists, and it's called crypto. And this is what will change your life. And it's not being facetious, oh, crypto will change your life. No, it actually really will, because it's going to battle test you. It's going to test your ass so much in a way that will make you so strong in your business deals, the way that you think about money, the way that you handle yourself across the board. It will change your life. Not because you're just going to all of a sudden put $1,000 in and then become a millionaire. No, it's not like that. That is false. That's not true. What is true, it is that it's part of the hero's journey. It's part of the hero's journey, and it's part of the steps that you have to take to get to the higher level, to get to the boss battle, the final boss, which is basically sometimes the final boss is to beat yourself, the no version of you that will end up getting in the way and making you quit and saying, you know what, I'm going to give up. I can't go anymore. No, you are going to be the person that's not going to quit, and you're going to keep going. And you're going to use crypto as the means to do so. Because now we figured out that might be the best means and almost the only means for us as this generation to get ahead. And thank God, people like Elon are giving us that the breadcrumbs to possibly start to take Dogecoin even more seriously, even though it started off at first as a joke. Oh, man. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We had fun today. Thank you for coming in. We really do appreciate you guys. Please smash up the likes. Let's get the likes up. We had 24 people in here as of the time of this stream. It is 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we really do appreciate every single one of you. Please make sure you are destroying the like button before you leave this live stream. Do me a favor and check out all of the links that are in the description of the channel on this video. Standard Time. These are all of the amazing partners that I like to support. COINFLARE, PHEMEX, and OURBIT. These are our three just main official links that we love to promote and use. We use these on a daily basis. I know a lot of crypto YouTubers, they'll have like 7 different exchanges links, and I kind of feel like I don't want to have too many things. I'm like, this is what I use. I use Coinbase, Crypto.com, OURBIT, PHEMEX, COINFLARE. Easy. This is what I actually use on a daily basis, and I very much enjoy these. So I figured, why not have the links for you guys to use as well, test it out, add it to your arsenal. You need multiple things. See if you like these, and let me know your experience. I would love to know your experience on these. And also, you need a VPN. You got to protect yourself. And I want to remind you guys that if you're going to the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas, 27th through the 29th in May, use my link to buy your tickets. All you have to do is use the offer code Dano. Apply that. You will get 10% off your entire purchase. So guys, please make sure if you are attending the Bitcoin conference, you are using my link to buy your tickets. And I'll see you there. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be one of the biggest ones I've ever done. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty of opportunities for us to hang out. We're going to do some giveaways. We're going to do a Las Vegas meetup. So there's going to be all kinds of cool things that we're going to be doing. And I hope to see you guys there. All right. Without further ado, let's end this thing. God bless every single one of you and your families. Thanks for coming in. And we will see you on the next live stream. Peace out.